biting my tongue because juggling a few things here. I'll just speak what I'm thinking. I'm juggling a few things here in protecting the sanctity of the relationship I have with David because he is a friend, and I want him to
get better.
Just take accountability and really understand the situation. But also, I don't think it should fall to the wayside. And I do have opinions on this. I kind of voiced on Twitter a little bit what I was thinking because coming from someone who has been there and has been down and out, like,
yeah, this tweet kind of blew up.
Yeah, so it was late at night, and I wrote this. I wrote, in 2017, I couldn't get out of my own way. I made mistake after mistake and was condemned, rightfully so, by the world. I remember how dark it felt back then. I embarrassed myself and my family, was blacklisted by every platform and brand. Close friends and peers turned their backs on me. It felt like the end of the road. 4 years later, I've come to realize that these blunders, followed by my willingness and enthusiasm to truly change for the better, were the most pivotal moments of my life. I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to learn, transform, and continue doing what I love. Our generation will be marked by its ability to hold others accountable, but reformation will not work when we, as a society, refuse to accept a genuine change. For those who've had a moral lapse, trust the journey that is progression. And for those upholding accountability, when the time is right, allow yourselves to forgive. Otherwise, I believe our denial of individual growth rejects one of the most important values that make us human. And I think that value is acceptance. If you are so shut off to the idea of someone being able to improve and change, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
It's making mistakes is it's such a human. It's so human of us. Like no one walking around on this planet is perfect. Granted, there are levels to this shit, but I think if you're completely shut off to the idea of giving people an opportunity to take responsibility for their actions, learn from them, and continue progressing, you've immediately lost. And that's all I was trying to say here. I don't want to speak on this too much because it isn't my deal. I just hope everyone involved it does realize the gravity of the situation and is, like I consider myself to be back then, enthusiastic and willing to both learn and progress from the situation. I think otherwise you're going to lose right off the bat. And for everyone watching on the wayside, like, sure, take your digs now, make your assumptions and assessments, but allow yourselves to forgive when the time is right. That's all I ask, and that's all I'll say.